everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 15 of Direwolf20's Let's Play series, where today I'd like to do a little building, which is uncharacteristic for me, but it's what I'm doing today, because I promised you guys I would try to, not live in the 9x9 forever, so I'm doing that. I'm going to today build a mage tower. So the purpose of this building that I'm about to build is going to handle all my magical needs. So any magic-based mod that I come across, I'm going to go ahead and set up in this tower that I'm about to make. So the purpose of that is, I think what I'm going to do, another thing that, has frequently been requested, and I think I'm going to, follow through on and do, is people are always like, you should build up, not down. Like, don't make, a basement, make a second story. And I think that's what I'm going to do with this setup. So what my plan is a mage tower. It's going to go up into the air, and like the first floor will be Ars Nouveau, which we already started, and the second floor will be the next magic mod that I work on, and then the third floor will be the next one, and then onwards and upwards, so that, we'll just keep adding on to this tower as we have new magical-based mods. And if I do it right with the copy-paste gadget, I might be able to even, make this a copy-paste structure, because I could easily just say, hey, let's copy and paste the first floor and plop it on top of the second, and then boom, we have a second floor. So the choice of block that I've gone with is deep slate, kind of like this darkish kind of material that I feel like might be coolish. Dyer, he don't know what he's doing. I just work here. I don't know how things work. So I'm just gonna go roughly off the middle of this guy. I don't want it right next to my base, but close enough. And let's go. How about 7 and 7? Does that sound cool? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And now what I'm going to try to do is make this a circular structure. And I don't really know how to make this in any way good, so I'm going to just try. So if that's 15, then let's make this 15. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, right? And then what I did is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the fifth block is where we started building, right? So how about 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the fifth block is where we start building. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, and then I should be lined up with that guy now, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that looks good. Cool. And then how about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How did I do this wrong? Close, but no cigar. So what it should be, if I'm not mistaken, right, because this is 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 4, and then the fifth one. I might have just gone one too far here. But does this look like kind of a cool mage's tower? I mean, it's pretty big. I'm worried about how big it is. I'm not going to lie. But, maybe big is good because it'll give me enough room to make sure that each story of the building can do what I want it to do. Is that fair? I think that's fair. I mean, that could work. Yeah? Yeah, so we have a decent, this is a really big structure. I always get, this is my problem with building, is I stink at building. I stink at visualizing, how useful a building is going to be based on its size. I can't tell right now if that's, way too big or appropriately sized or maybe not even big enough. I have no idea. I usually like to build my stuff and then put the building around it. But I'm trying. I'm pushing through my comfort zone. Rorax would be proud. Alright, I decided to go a little bit smaller. So these are 11 on each side now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right? And then 4, well, 3-ish here, and then the fourth one is that. So I think that might be a little bit cooler looking. I think that seems a little bit more appropriately sized for a tower. Yeah, I like that. So what I'm going to do now is go to vertical column mode. I'm going to decide that the height should be like around, let's see, if I made you a height of 5, and remember you want to place it on top of the block. Does that seem tall enough? Yeah, it should be fine. How does this feel for a tower? Does this look cool? Is this like a neat mage's tower? I'll try and decorate it a little bit. And then how about a nice old build to me? Actually, no, back to vertical column, because I have a few more of these to make. Dyer's a Trident. Alright. Now, what I was thinking I would do is I would use chiseled blocks for this next piece. So those are the brick variant of this block, right? What else do I have that might be a good contrast for that? I've got some dark stone from Forbidden and Arcanus. That could be cool. There's also, you know, some other materials in here. Do you think quartz? Like, should we go like with a whole black and white theme? I could do like a checkerboard kind of thing. That could kind of be neat. I kind of like that idea. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stick you guys in here for the time being, and you'll get a better home in a minute. But I want to still have them in my inventory ready to go. What if we got... I don't want to kill all of you, but yeah. And then in here, let's go with something like there's polished bricks, there's polished. And what do you got? What? Is that it, Stonecutter? What do we got by way of quartz blocks? Anything nice-ish looking? Just blocks of quartz. Smooth blocks of quartz is what I've got. So what do? We take a quartz slab. Can you do that? You can. Nice. And then that? No, apparently not. You can make vertical slabs, which is not exciting at all. Yeah. Well, let's see how it looks. If I were to make like a checkerboardy kind of pattern with these, how would that look? Would that be cool? I don't really like it. The dark stone looks nice. I gotta find something that better complements it. Not that I know what I'm doing, let's be clear. This is Dyer after all. So I don't really have a clue. What's calcite? What can I do with you? Anything cool? Layered calcite. That sounds kind of nice. Oh, there's actually a lot of calcites, holy cow. Oh, all from quark. Well, there you go. Quark and create is what makes calcite just look a lot nicer. Okay, fair enough. Let's try it. We don't have chisel yet, so, you know, Dyer's suffering a little bit. Oh, that doesn't look too bad. Still a little... I wonder if it's too much of a contrast, but eh. So I'm looking at layered andesite. That looks kind of good, right? That could be cool for a checkerboard floor. Alright, here's what I'm thinking. We use exchanging gadget. And... let's start with something big. Yeah, buddy. That's what's up. And then something smaller. Does that look cool? Now take a quick nap. Because nighttime. Now what I'm going to do is replace in a checkerboard pattern. Well, let's do this. Let's keep this here. I'm going to put this outside. So we do have a grid mode here, and we can totally... yeah, that sounds cool, right? I like that. Let's make sure you don't have fuzzy enabled. Okay, good. Does this seem coolish? I think so. Now if I do this, how does that look, huh? Alright. I feel like Dyer's onto something here. Eh? That was kind of good, right? Wasn't that cool? Okay. Okay. That's nifty. And now I might want a couple elevators, because I want to do something similar-ish. But I want the roof to match the floor, so that the next floor is kind of the same. Okay? So I would like to copy-paste this guy, if I could, in a relatively intelligible manner. And you should probably not leak outside. So let's make sure that any outside spaces are dirt, not anything else. How do we feel about that? I don't, you know, feeling pretty good about it myself. I'm just saying. Okay. Now, how can I properly encapsulate you on the copy-paste? That's not what I wanted to put there at all. Let's do cobblestone. So, does that feel like a good anchor point? Yeah, along that corner. And then another one along this corner. And then I'm going to set you to copy mode. And if we take a look at this guy, we'll note that he needs a bunch of dirt and a bunch of grass. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that my tier 2 storage unit is not available by putting it inside the backpack. Now, if we look, we'll note that we're missing most things except the blocks we want to build. See how that works? It'll still build it, but we're just missing a bunch, right? So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you in paste mode. And anchor you. Now, I thought that I could allocate this to a different position. There it is. Open GUI. And click. Hey, not too shabby. Where's all this light leaking in from? Oh. But how's that look, huh? Is that cool? Eh? I'm just saying. That felt kind of cool. I don't know what you guys think. I feel like that was kind of cool. So now what I think I should do is I would like to use magic to light up this area. So I think there's a couple cool ways we could go about this. There's a couple things in here that I noted are from ours. There's a neat looking magical light source that I want to tackle once I can find it again. Mage light sconce. I'm not entirely sure. I might still want to put a feral flare lantern there so that it's like, you know, guaranteed to be well lit, but also, you know, augmented with a couple magical sconces. So hey, by the way, between episodes, I updated the version of Laser IO and fixed that little bug. So no more broken textures rendering when they shouldn't. Hooray! And then you said some gold nuggets, right? So if we got a couple mage light sconces here, let's start with 4 for now, and then we'll get more if we need. Is that cool? And maybe I want to bring a feral flare lantern over there with me anyway. Let's do that, right? Glowstone, 2 gold. Okay. So let's try out these magical sconces first. Now there should be a middle, right? There should absolutely be a middle to each wall. Because if you know anything about Dyer, you know he likes odd numbered wall sizes. Alright, so we want projectile light. And then, hey, magical sconce. I know I'm supposed to light you with Mage light, but... To ignite, cast light on the sconce. The color of the flame corresponds with your spell color. Cast light. So there's lightning, and then there's conjure mage light. I assume conjure mage light is what I'm supposed to be casting on him. Maybe he has to be cast on top of it for some reason? It's possible. I mean, I can put it there, but that doesn't seem to be doing what I was hoping it would do. Oh, he doesn't want to go on the floor. Look at that. Okay, cool. That's fine. Very picky. I mean, I could still use it. I just thought, like, the sconce... I assumed... Maybe I'm crazy. But I assumed that, like, the light would be, like, on the sconce itself, not just a block above it. Like, I can still obviously do this. And that's fine. That's fine. And what I'll probably do is pick, like, the center of the room and hide the Feral Flare Lantern under it. And that should be neat. And then we'll have, you know, a well-lit area. Plus a nice little looking sconcy thingy, right? And then we can set up an elevator to go up to the next floor when it's time to have the next magic mod. Is that cool? I think that's cool. I feel like it's cool. You guys like it? I hope you like it, because, you know, it's a thing I just did, and it's staying. So what I'm thinking is I just relocate some of my cool stuff over here. We could have our scribe stable ready to roll. We could have... I definitely want some imbuement chambers. I don't know if I need more than what I have. But what I could, in theory, do is augment these a little bit, right? So imbuement chambers are just gold and some of that wood stuff. So, do I have any more of that wood stuff, or did I burn it all? I may have burned it all. It's very possible. Come on, guys. You ain't done yet over there? Let's get a little bit of bone meal, which I should probably have some of. Oh, that's what those particle effects are. They're mining lights. Oh, I see what you did. That's hilarious. I thought these particle effects were from the trees. Come on, grow. I wonder if the mining lights are messing with the tree growth. It's very possible. So, by the way, I made an iron broadaxe, which I'm super excited about. But it doesn't do a great job with these trees, if I'm being completely honest. It's not as good as I would have hoped it to have been. I was hoping that I'd build this and it would be like one fell swoop kind of deal. It's kind of one fell swoop, but not great. It's mediocre one fell swoop. And it's just as slow as punching, it feels like. In fairness, I made a pretty cheap one. Just a simple iron one. But still. Oh my goodness, the other one grew. Cool. Alright, well, you have fun existing over there, buddy. I'm gonna chill over here. Perfect. So, you go away. The bone meal go away. And like I said, a little bit of gold. We'll make a few more imbuement chambers. How about 7? And then we'll have a total of 9. I like that number. I like that number. It feels like a good number. And then what I'm going to want is some iron, lapis, gold, and quartz. Am I forgetting anything here? I feel like I am. More logic chips. Because what I would like is this many. Okay, you guys all resort yourselves. Cool. And now I would like some more logic chips, probably. I'll be right back. All right, so let's set up this back corner as my imbuement area. Sweet. And what I'm thinking I could do is the following. If I were to have a chest here with a node on top, and on the down, we have that extract and stock mode stuff. And then what I should do, and doing this absolutely makes me recognize how desperately I need a way to get these cards. Like, I have plans to add some kind of card holder or something, but these cards not stacking is not easy. It definitely is a challenge of the mod. It's one of the things I absolutely need to solve, which is, you know, how do I make it so that I can... There's a couple solutions. I don't like any of them. So I have to come up with a good one that I like, is essentially what it boils down to. Cool. Now, if I take my laser wrench, okay, and what I'm going to do is bind you to you. Let's bind you to all these guys. And if we look closely now, we should see everything connected, right? Basically, this one's connected to this one, and this one's connected to all of these. Yeah, that looks good. Cool. Now, if I put amethyst shards in here, what's going to happen is it's going to basically distribute them all the way across. How cool is that? I like that. I like that a lot. And then what'll happen is, in a few moments, they'll convert into source gems and get pulled back into this inventory, courtesy of the stock upgrade. Cool. So once this guy converts, it should pull and then push a new one in. And that'll just tick right over. And constant accumulation of source gems. And by the way, these imbuement chambers are used for other things besides source gems. So this will play a role later on in some of the stuff that we need to do. Cool? I like it. I do. I like it. Speaking of some of those things, I might want to try making this air essence right now. So if we take a look in the book, we'll see that air essence and other essences, for example. One thing it says in here, some recipes require additional items placed in pedestals within one block of the imbuement chamber, such as essences. Items in pedestals will not be consumed. That's an important note that I think we should pay excellent attention to, because it means if we want to make a bunch of a particular type of item, it shouldn't be too hard to do, and that would be cool. So I want to make, for example, air essence, right? So that needs a feather, a Wilden wing, and an arrow, right? So arrow, no problem. Feather, I don't know if we have, but Wilden wings we do. I could... Oh, no, we do have feathers. Yay, lucky us. Cool. Nice. So then the other thing we need to do is get ourselves some stone and get ourselves some arcane stone. Maybe one more. And then we get a pedestal. Cool. Now, should I have a dedicated one of these, or I don't know. We'll see. Now, I know we're going to need some essence, so let me steal one of these jars over here that's full. I think this could happen passively, because it does say that it, you know, passively generates source. So what I could do for a source jar, let's put like... So what we want is probably another imbuement chamber. Let's have a dedicated imbuement chamber for this. I like that plan. So I just need a little bit more gold. Not a problem. Hey, where's my wandy wand? Right. Another imbuement chamber. Cool. And then we're going to want our pedestals all around it. And then my understanding is I can't put this in here right now, but if I put these guys around it and then put a source gem in it, now he accepts the source gem. And he will slowly but surely accumulate source. Or I can place a source jar nearby. And then he'll do his thing. Curious how much of that source he's going to use up. Hey, not bad. And it definitely did not use up the stuff. Cool. It used 20% of the source jar, which is a little bit of a bummer. But, you know, that's fine. It does tell you there are metrics on here. So if you look at in JEI, you can see it needs 2,000 source. So I guess that tells me that this source jar holds 10,000 source. I think that's an accurate assumption to make, right? So 10,000 source is what's in there? Cool. That's good to know. Makes it nice and easy. Alright. So, air essence. Nice. And I wouldn't mind some earth essence as well at some point. So I'm gonna get 5 air essence here. Just drain out the rest of the source jar. Now, like I said, I think if you just left this here, it would just take a while, but it would eventually convert. Let's experiment with that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove the source jar, even though it's completely empty, just to make sure that, you know, there's none sitting in there. And then when we come back in like 5 or 6 minutes, hopefully that thing's also converted, right? Sound cool? Oh, and I decided to come up here, and I'm doing this on camera, because I know many of you might be concerned that I don't do this. But I decided to, you know, flatten out the roofy area so that it is all nice and flush. Much better, right? So now I want to try making travel anchors and see how well these things work. Because these were from Ender.io, and they are cool. And I'd like to see... where should I put this guy? Maybe in the center of this room? Sweet. Home base. All right, look at that. Okay. Now, if I would like to set up here, Mage Tower. Cool. So now, right, whenever I have this in my hand, I can see that. And then if I want to pop between home base and Mage Tower, I easily can. That is cool. I like that. Yes. Yes, that feels very good. And then, like, you know, imagine as we expand throughout the base areas, right, we'll have another, you know, location. We'll be able to bounce around however I want. Hey, look! It totally did the thing I wanted it to do. Nice. Well, that's fancy. Now, if I wanted to set up a little laser system to automate this, I absolutely could. And might. We'll see how many air essences I need. But in fairness, just sticking this in here, it'll turn into an air essence by itself after a little bit of time. So we don't have to use source for that, which is cool. Oh, hey, this is neat. If you're standing on the travel anchor, you can see the other one. And then you can just right-click to it, even if you're not holding the staff. That's cool. So the staff is useful if you're not currently standing on it. But, like, yeah, that's neat. I like that. I really like that a lot, actually. Nice work, travel anchors. All right, so what I've done next is I've started to flip through the Tier 1 Glyphs chapter. There's a bunch of them, and I've chosen a few that I want to try out. Specifically, I'd like to try out probably these ones. I want to do Amplify is going to be big. You have not unlocked this glyph. I agree. Amplify is going to be big because it just makes all your abilities better. So Amplify, 100% something we should do. Snare sounds fun. It stops entities from moving and jumping. That sounds like a fun time. Leap sounds pretty good. Launches the target in the direction they are looking. Amplification will increase the distance moved. So I want to try that on myself and compare it with Launch, which boosts the target into the air. I feel like this is just straight up, and this is like jump forward and up, but I'm not sure. And then Freeze looks neat. Freezes water or lava in a small area, or slows a target for a short period of time. Those are some of the spells I'd like to try out, or at least, you know, consider trying out. So let's do a little bit of something with that, shall we? Is it sleepy time? It is 100% sleeping time. So that's cool. Let's do this. Let's make amplify and some harm stuff. So I've got a diamond pickaxe. Remember I found that somewhere a long time ago. That one I want to try. Glyph of Leap is going to require more Wilden Wings. I've only gotten 2 so far, so I might have to go hunting at night. Good thing I just slept. Good thing I just slept. Comforts is in this pack though, right? Rope and nail and white hammock. Boop boop. Do I need some more shears? Do this, do this, do this. Come here, my sheepy friends. You know what else is super cool, by the way? Being able to pop back to my home base. I wonder what the range on this, like, whole, you know, see the thing is. I can't imagine it's that far, but maybe it is, because that would be cool. So what if I made a rope from comforts? I just need a iron, and then we're cool. And then we made a hammock from comforts. String! Huzzah! Now I want to remember how this works, because I don't. I might move these guys, is what I'll probably wind up doing. I don't want to sleep, you know, underneath. There must be a rope on the nail on the other end to hang this hammock. Okay. There's not enough space to fit the hammock. Hey, there we go. Nice. This will pass the night, or pass the day into night. So now I can easily make it, you know, nighttime-ish. It should be sun setting time, see? And now I can go hunt Wildens. So I want to get Wildens for one of these. I want to get, you know, a couple other things. Some water essence for snow. Some rabbit hides. How are we for rabbit hides? We actually are good on that one. Another Wilden. Now I do have that Wilden wing over there, but then I won't be able to make air essence anymore, and that doesn't sound good. Cobwebs. Is there like a fun way to make cobwebs? I know I found underground a few things, so I could get some mana infused string. If we got into Britannia, we could make some cobwebs. I know I found some underground, so we'll see. But if I came over here and said, hey, I would like to learn a couple spells. I would like to learn Amplify if I could. Learn me up some Amplify, would you? Huzzah! Sweet. I like it. And then I wanted Leap. Was that it? Where's Leap? Launch is the rabbit hide one, actually. Yeah, let's select that. And then 1, 2, 3. Did you not need to use up my air essence? Okay, I mean, I'll take it. Glyph of Launch and Glyph of Amplify. All right, cool. Amplify and Launch are done. So what I want to try now is I would like to try a couple things. I want to make Harm 1, which will be Projectile Harm. I want to make Harm 2, which will be Projectile Harm Amplify. And then I want to try Harm 3, which will be Projectile Harm with like 4 amplifies on it. Because I'm pretty sure those amplifies stack, if I'm not mistaken. So if we try Harm 1... Wow, you did a comically low amount of damage. What is going on here? Are you even taking damage? Okay. Now we're going to try Harm 2. Definitely seems better, but obviously uses a lot more mana. But that's okay. Hello, Wandering Trader. And then I want to try out harm 3. Oh my. Hello, spider. Of the elite variety. Harm 3 definitely uses a lot of mana. Alright, it doesn't help that I encountered an elite spider. That's not fun. Alright, so let me do this. I'm going to hunt for Wildens between episodes. I'm going to play with these spells a little bit. And then we'll come back next episode, make a few more spells, maybe get into tier 2 Rs, and then see what left to do. Because there's a bunch of automation stuff, too, I want to try and play with a little bit. Let's try this harm 2 on a skeleton, right? Just a regular old 1, 2... I feel like if I added that speed boost, it would be better. But 3 shots to kill a skeleton on harm 2. Now let's make sure I have enough mana here before I engage this skeleton. Come on, don't miss. Ow. That definitely was a difference. So the amplifies definitely stack, like I thought. Okay, cool. And how about this travel staff? There's about your range. Alright, wrapping up point for the episode. Darrell20 signing off. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll come back next time and do more fun things. For now, take it easy.